Well, it's not just Santa Claus flying through the sky to deliver Christmas presents to good boys and gals. The U.S. Air Force is playing Santa all week, delivering gifts in the form of much-needed supplies and food to people in need throughout Micronesia. And PNC got to tag along for this exciting ride aboard Santa's sleigh. Here's more. They may not be wrapped in holiday paper, but these pallets carry Christmas presents nonetheless, and they're all going to the good boys and girls of Micronesia. It's called Operation Christmas Drop, the longest-running humanitarian airlift operation in the history of the Department of Defense. Airmen from the 374th Airlift Wing out of Yokota Air Base in Japan play Santa once a year and take their C-130J Super Hercules for a sleigh ride across Micronesia to deliver presents. They take off from Guam's Andersen Air Force Base, and this year we got to tag along for one of the first rides. Ongoing since 1952, we're about to hop on the C-130J for the 67th annual Operation Christmas Drop. Inside, close to a dozen pallets filled with food, water, clothes, blankets, gifts, and other needed supplies. As you can see, these pallets behind me will be dropped off to remote islands in the Pacific region. Today we'll be visiting some islands too. These pallets will then be dropped off into the ocean with parachutes attached to them. Operation Christmas Drop may look easy, but even non-combat missions require skilled coordination. The airmen from Yokota have spent months preparing for this week-long mission, practicing the low-cost, low-altitude airdrop technique. In the remote islands, some only reachable by boat, Bruce Best from the University of Guam's telecommunications station trains the islanders in setting up the drop-off points.
So he coordinates with all the islands, tells them where to set up the marker on the drop zone, and then he gives us a heads up on the radio as to where the personnel are going to be located and where the markers are going to be located at the drop zone.
The crew covers 1.8 million square miles, delivering hundreds of pallets throughout Micronesia to some 30,000 people in need.
It's not very often that we get to drop to actual people who actually need the supplies on our plane. Most of our airdrops are conducted in training, but this real-life operation helps people in real life, so it's really rewarding to be a part of.
Operation Christmas Drop is quite popular within the Air Force. Now in its 67th year of spreading holiday cheer, and with over 1 million pounds of goods delivered since 1952, it's no wonder Air Force service members clamor for a chance to be a part of this noble mission. Staff Sergeant Chris Hofer has tried to be a part of the last 3 missions. For this loadmaster, 4th time's a charm.
Being able to get out there and give it the aid that these people need, it's just really humbling. One of the kids was jumping and running towards the airplane as we were flying by, so
wow.
Yeah.
Would you put this amongst, some of your top experiences in your life?
Oh, absolutely. Just even the experience of being able to sit on the back and just getting that alone is enough, but having actually them see the help that I'm giving to them and how excited they are about it, really awesome.
Janella Carrera, PNC News. And several nonprofit and business organizations donated the supplies provided for OCD. For a full list, log on to pacificnewscenter.com.
So, Janella, I hear that you and your photographer, Kent Pueblo, had some trouble getting your air legs.
We had no clue what we were getting ourselves into. The low cost, low altitude flying. I mean, you're really low altitude. You're just, maybe, you can see the ocean floor, the ocean, the land. And we are like zoom, like we were just doing that all over the place.
It wasn't turbulence.
It wasn't turbulence. It was
okay.
actual.
Yeah.
At one point, you can actually see the horizon vertically.
Oh my goodness!
It was vertical.
Wow.
That's how crazy the flight was, and it was spread out over a 2-hour period. So imagine 2 hours of being in a roller coaster.
It reminds me of my salty sea days. I used to get seasick because my dad had a sailing boat, and he'd always say, "Ride the bow and make sure you eat saltines and look at the land." It helped a lot.
I wish I knew that. We had an egg sandwich right before us, so that was what came out.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, sorry for the graphic information. Let's go to Joycelyn for weather.